Welcome to this week's episode. It is my honor to be your host, Dr. Katie Williams, with Dr. Williams LLC and the Dr. Williams podcast. If you want to keep this show up and running, please take a moment to follow the show, leave a rating and a review, and share it with somebody that you think would enjoy listening. This show is about highlighting what I consider to be the most valuable form of communication. And it's something we all have, whether we're tapped into it or not. That is, intuition. Let's jump right in and see how today's guest utilizes their unique ability to tap into their intuition and how they use it to serve others. Make sure to listen to the end to find out how you can work with today's guest. I'm here today with Marion Tierney, and she is going to be doing a layered card reading for me. I'm super excited. I haven't had that kind of card reading done yet, and Marion's tuning in all the way from Ireland. So this is super exciting for me. Marion, thanks for being on the show. I'm excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be part of your lovely podcast.
Oh,
And
thanks.
that you found me. Yeah.
Well, can you just introduce yourself to the audience and tell them what it is you do?
Well, I'm in Ireland. I'm in the west coast of Ireland, the wild Atlantic way, and beautiful part of the landscape here in Ireland. And I was drawn to card readings, let's say, when was it start? About 2018, 2019 maybe, when I got a first deck. And I just started going with just practicing on myself and maybe pulling a card for a friend here and there, and then they'd come back to me, that was spot on. And I'm like, didn't think anything of it. So progressively doing courses and holistic courses, should I say, I've delved into it a lot more and found it's one of my strong points that I like to do for people, and everyone seems to be happy with their readings. I haven't had anyone coming back to me that it was not so good or whatever, but I'm expecting one or two of them because I mightn't fully resonate with everybody on the time. So, but yes, so I've started reaching out to other people through holistic fairs and festivals and in Ireland. So it's a lovely way of reaching out to people as well as doing it online.
Well, wonderful. Well, I'm excited to get started. How does it work exactly? What is a layered card reading?
Oh, well, I call it a layered reading because I start off by connecting to your energy. If you have a question, if you don't, just go with a general question. I have a space set up here privately, even though we're doing it online. I have my candle, I have my archangel protection, and I draw in all the guides as I'm shuffling the cards for you. I have some protection crystals with me, and that's the way I do a little ritual in holding space. And I start off with I have a few different tarot decks. And I start off with maybe one of those decks as a base of your current where you are now. And we go from that then and add to the reading using the oracle card decks for more guidance. And that's how I call it a layered reading, because it goes on top of the other layer. It's like a little onion, shedding the layers and doing the shadow work on yourself, and it'll all come out. And then if there's something that you're not quite unsure about, I have my pendulum here, a little dowser. So if there's like a question that I can't really fully clarify with the cards, I do my best to tune in with the pendulum and your question, and it could be yes or no, and go from there. And then part of my reading then with most of my clients, I would say if they're not in person, I'll send you a copy of the pictures via WhatsApp. And I'd send them, and if anything comes up on the cards that you can't read, or something stands out that I mightn't have seen and you want clarity, well, I'll come back and I'll have a look at it and see, can I pick up on it? That doesn't happen very often, but most people like to get the cards to look back on and see what came up, and I let them take notes, and I might get the odd one that wants to record me, and that's okay too, because it's only for their own personal use, so that's quite okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm excited to get started. I don't really have a question. I'm going to kind of just leave it open.
Okay. I have 7 decks out here tonight, or this evening, and I'm going to start off with the first one. I left the decks out the boxes, so if you had any questions on what I was using. So the first one I'm using is the Light Seers Tarot Deck by Chris Ann. And I love the imagery on these cards. I'm going to tune into your energy. So the question I usually ask is clear guidance, direction for the person that I'm reading. So in this case, Dr. Williams, for her highest and best good, clear intentions. And I'm connecting with spirit. One of the crystals I have on the table is actually spirit quartz here looking at me, or near it, I think. So clear guidance. And it's usually 3 or 5 cards, depending on what comes out. I do give it a good shuffle. What guidance is coming up for Dr. Williams this evening for her highest and best good? Usually a card pops up and I go with that one. There we go now. That's the first one. 1, 2. That's definitely 3. That hopped up.
That one was sure.
That one says I'm definitely coming out the pack. And this is 4. I think we're definitely hitting 5. I usually find it's uneven numbers for some reason. 3. Oh, there's definitely the 5th one. That's definitely that deck. And the bottom of the deck, I always seem to look at that one because that can give guidance as to what's happening as well. And the bottom of the deck is the 2 of Swords. So it's like fear or something is holding you back. But you can definitely move forward because you're able to take the blindfold off in that card. Yeah. So it could be something small holding you back. Mightn't be a big thing, could be a small thing. But she's kind of still in control there. You can see what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a pretty card.
And the swords then, hang on now, the tarot deck is based on 4 different suits. So the swords, let me think, is communication, I think, from our memory. Wands is creativity and passion. Pentacles is the abundance and financial prosperity, career and all that. And then the cups is all about the emotional energies in the deck. So that one's to do with communication. And we're doing loads of that this evening. So here tonight. So let's go with the first card. So it's the 3 of Wands in reverse. But in the upright, she's manifesting her creativities and passion and the fire there and all that. But in reverse, it's like as if something is stalled or you're not moving forward with that at the moment. You're working on a project, which is possibly what we're doing this evening. It hasn't come to fruition yet, but it's getting there. So that's what that sounds like to me at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
The other one that's in reverse is the 2 of Cups. So it's like a little celebration, a union coming together. So it's about letting the emotions out, but in reverse, you're holding on tight to the emotions and they're holding down into your body. When anyway, you're not letting them out in a way possibly that you should do. That's maybe what I'm gathering from that one. And the next one is the 7 of Swords. So being awareness about people around you being sneaky, possibly. Somebody not being truthful to you in a current situation. Could be personal, private. I don't know you very well in that sense. So you may know what that's about. Or it could be somebody just gossiping about you, as an example. Or it could be a work situation, like working in a small business or in a big team and there's stuff going on internally and it could be something like that.
I think I know what that one is. Just yesterday, my husband, we bought the property behind us and he took a tree out and found out that their septic tank and the drain field is not the way it was supposed to be. And so the people who sold it to us lied about it.
Oh.
And so now we're in this debate of what do we do with this information because, we have this big costly kind of thing to deal with in this new property. And I've really been sitting with this ill feeling of them taking advantage. So maybe that's what that card is referring to.
That is quite very possible. And that could also be linked to the other card with it because the emotions connected to it. Yeah. And you don't know what to do with them.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely been on my mind this morning, so it would make sense for that to come through.
And then this one is in reverse as well. It's the Five of Wands. So Five of Wands is about disharmony as well. But in reverse, people are exhausted and tired altogether. They just want to move on from it. Yeah. You don't want to sit with it too long. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or hang on. No, I thought it was in reverse. It's actually upright. Sorry.
Oh,
That's my
okay.
apology. So there is disharmony around you. So it probably is to do with that situation. Whatever way I picked it up, I'm forgetting the camera here. Yeah. My
It's okay, we're getting
apologies.
there. No
And
worries.
this one is in the, it will get there, yeah. This is the Five of Swords. So there's thoughts going around in the head. It's like anxiety, stuff going on, and it's swirling around your head, and you're not too sure where it's going. You haven't sat with it. I wrote it
Wow.
down,
A lot of
meditated.
negative stuff in this
It
reading.
seems negative,
It
yeah,
does.
yeah. But on the upside, that's only the current situation. Usually, by the time I get to the end of the reading, the other cards tell a story. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And I have a spare deck at the end for the tarot, another tarot deck. So I use that for clarity. So I'm going to keep that one till later. That's my newest tarot deck that I'm using
Okay,
at the
so
moment.
just to clarify, this reading
Yeah,
you just did was to read the current moment, basically.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
literally.
and
Yeah,
I think that is very expressive of what I was thinking about before I even came in here, was that whole situation, and that came through so clearly. Really?
yeah, really. So I have this deck out this evening. It's one of my favorite ones. It's the, hang on now, let me get the right name of it, the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Lynn. So I think she's around about 30 years, but this is a really beautiful deck. So guidance and clarity on this situation for Dr. Williams for highest and best good. There's definitely two coming out there anyway.
So basically, you just shuffle until one comes out, and that's when you know, okay, that one pertains to something here.
Yes, yeah. And I hate, God forbid, I have a bit of a thing that I don't like when a clump of cards come out. Or if a load of them fall on the ground, I'll pick them all up. But if one falls on the ground, well, then that's obviously something. Yeah.
Okay.
That, so I will take it into the reading, but it mightn't necessarily be for that. It might be just a sideline to what I'm doing. I'll see if there's any more now. One more anyway. I think that soon find out. If I'm shuffling here for a minute and there definitely isn't any more coming, I'll call it quits on this deck. Just the one more. Yep, that's definitely it. So the first card to come out was the Transcending Energies, Pegasus. It's like the unicorn horse with the angel wings. So it's very, what's it? It's kind of angelic, like you're being held by your ancestors with, or even by the angels. You know, you're not in any ways in any hurry. You're just transcending into the spirit realm.
My angels have been coming through in readings lately,
Oh,
so
that's
I'm not
beautiful.
surprised that
Yeah.
that would come up. Yes.
And the next one is about eagle spirit, freedom. I'd also look at this as taking a higher perspective of your current situation that we looked at in the other five cards already. So not just look at it in a linear situation, but look at it from a higher, from not just from one perspective. Could be from a few different angles, or it could be for even like legal advice, or it could be any other way that you see fit.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And the number in the card is number 13, actually. So when I add 1 and 3 is a 4, and that's an archangel number.
Oh,
Yeah,
got
I
a
like
theme
that.
here.
We have a theme. Oh my, I love this card. I haven't seen this card come out in a while. I get excited when I see this butterfly spirit, and she's coming out of an oyster shell. So you're transforming. She's like a butterfly fairy, like even.
Oh,
It's
very
gorgeous.
pretty.
It's very pretty. I
Yes.
love that. Yeah, I love the colours in it as well. And 8 is about harmony. So you're trying to find So that kind of ties in with this card here, the Five of Wands. The disharmony is going to
Mm-hmm.
change to harmony. Yeah,
Okay. All right. So we're finding balance there.
yeah, yeah. That's a gorgeous card. That has to be one of my favorite cards now, out of that deck.
Glad I could
And
bring it forth for you.
yes, exactly. Uh, the next one is about healing in the situation, and it's called Bear Spirit. Yeah. So the bears are all really, they're like a spirit animal. Oh, I should have brought in my book this evening, but I forgot it, about spirit animals. But there's a good book on that. Um, and when I did shamanic training, the bear came up as well. I can't think offhand, but he was very important, but not off the top of my head can I think of it. But it's a very good, like he's very protective anyways in that picture.
Okay.
But
I
there's a
believe
lot of
that
healing to be done.
I believe my dad has a bear as his spirit animal. So that's always been a real positive influence in my life.
That's lovely. And your dad is like your ancestor as well, kind of.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so that's beautiful. Yeah. And the number 4 is in that one as well.
Okay. You know, I've
Uh,
been seeing a series of fours today. Just so you know,
beautiful.
yes, fours are definitely showing themselves to me today.
I love angel numbers, especially when they show up when you're not even looking for them.
Yes.
And the last card out of this one is the Enchanted Fern Grotto. It's about refuge and solitude and thinking about the where you're going next. Maybe it mightn't just be the situation you told me about. It could be stepping into something else, which is like the transformation card and finding the freedom and going with spirit from what I've written
Okay,
in the
this
card.
is
But
the
obviously
second
there's healing.
time that that
Yeah.
card has come up for me. I had another reading recently, and that very same card came up. So
Okay.
definitely something that's going on with me. Yeah, yeah.
Definitely. And I like the colours in that as well. That's beautiful. And I may as well go with this one because it's right beside me and I'm after picking it up. Is the Angel and Ancestors Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. So this is one of the
Well,
first
just
decks I
before you
bought
move
in.
on,
Yeah,
I just wanted to clarify. So that reading, what is the first one was about the current moment. What was that one for?
this one is just about hanging out. I before the reading at all that I even connected with your energies, I was picking out which decks I needed to bring on for this evening, and that one came up.
Okay,
So
got
I
you.
just literally go with what I think what cards the person needs. So they all add to the reading.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay, I
yeah,
see. Okay,
yeah, yeah. So the next one was the Angel and Ancestors deck by Kyle Gray. And I did this one in my shamanic training, and we all love this deck. I think nearly everyone has this deck somewhere in their home if they're into cards. Yeah, it's really beautiful. So, guidance for Dr. Williams, her highest and best good care guidance. And I love when the cards have beautiful imagery and you can really pick up on something immediately. There, that's coming out. There we go.
no denying that one.
No denying that one. Lovely. And definitely this one. Is there any more? I think that's okay. And down the bottom of that deck is about Hermit and resting and recharge. I like that. It's very Virgo energy card, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So I've only 4 out of this one. That's quite okay. So this is about seeing beyond your current situation and also connecting to the light seers around with their clairvoyancy and
Okay.
with their crystal balls and their oracle decks, like myself. Yeah,
So this could be how I'm connecting with a lot of these intuitive people. I've
yeah,
really met very many since I've reached out in this way. So this is kind of my community of intuitives that's referring to that.
yeah, most definitely. Yeah. The next one is about taking charge with authority. So this could be leading on from the main reading that we did with the tarot.
Okay.
Yeah. or not just with that situation. It could be your spiritual path,
Okay.
work-life balance. It could be anything,
Yes.
any part of it that resonates. Yeah, and
Taking
he's in
charge.
control.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
looks like he's in control.
yeah, yeah, very much so. Yeah, he's nice. Like he's handsome in his
Yes.
own way. Yeah.
That was his first.
Yes, exactly. That's what did it first. And the next one then is the broken arrow, embracing the energy of peace. So in the middle of everything that's going on and with the harmony and disharmony and all that stuff that came up first, there's a lot of peace to be found
Oh,
within
well,
yourself.
that's promising.
Yeah, energy of peace. And the arrows is the other way I look at the arrows is like north, south, east, and west, but they're not exactly that way.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you could put it that way. Depends
Yeah.
on what way you look at it. Yeah.
Right.
It's like the moral compass with yourself, even. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. Or spiritual compass.
Yes.
Yeah. And the last one out of that deck is the Star Ancestor. And he is about following the voice of your soul. So following your path, basically, and connecting to your ancestors and their intuition and guidance that they're giving you on this journey so far.
Okay. Well, that speaks to me. I've definitely been trying to tune in more and reach out more to the powers that are connected to me. This is a fairly new thing for me, my spiritual awakening and really tuning in, but that is something that I've been trying to do, so I'm not surprised that came up.
Very good. That's beautiful.
Would you like a solo hindsight episode related to this specific reading? If you do, send me an email at hello@drwilliamspodcast.com, and all you have to put in the email is hindsight and the kind of reading or my guest's name, and I'll know which one you're interested in. As I produced the Intuitive Wonderland, time went on before I actually launched it. So I have a unique perspective on each of these readings and how they played out in time. Most of these readings were recorded a year ago in the past. So I can offer my insight into the information that was provided to me and how the information has played out in time in my life. If this is something you're interested in, I'm happy to share that with you. Please send me an email and let me know. All right, let's get back to the reading.
I will go with Gabby Bernstein. The universe has your back. I like watching Gabby. I've watched her on Instagram as well as YouTube, and they're all quite good. Yeah,
I'm not familiar with her. I'll have to look her up.
yeah. I have two here together. I am the loving energy of the universe. So it's just basically about yourself and your energy and how you are what you're putting out to the universe and what you're giving back, I suppose. And yeah,
When I had my human design reading, I was told that that is my focus in this life is to be love.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And this one is attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. So basically, when
Oh,
you have any, I think that's going back to basically what came up first. So
yeah.
rather than thinking you have to deal with it all yourself, you can call out to your ancestors, the universe, whoever you need to for
That is
help.
also speaking to me because I've learned one of my spirit guides is is a male form that comes forth and offers me his aura in situations where I have to be confrontational and kind of offers me an extra power. And since knowing of his presence, I feel that when that happens, kind of when I come into like my strength, right? And I'm like, no, this is how I feel about this. And I'm sure about it and I want to pursue it. I feel that energy of him. And I think that that is speaking to that.
Yes, definitely. You're definitely in tune with yourself, anyways, which is brilliant.
Been working on it for sure.
Yeah, When I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disturbed.
Oh,
Beautiful.
that's
That's
lovely.
gorgeous.
Yes,
Absolutely beautiful. It
I
goes
feel
back
that.
to there was the card there I had about peace earlier.
Mhm.
So
And
it's
the one about the
definitely,
love of the universe kind of
yeah,
ties both of those in.
yeah, most
Yes.
definitely. And there's a bit of, there's the purple up at the top as well. So that's like nearly like the third eye and all that as well.
That one speaks to me also. I actually just got done recording an episode speaking about living unconditionally and finding that space of alignment so that nothing in your environment is affecting you in a negative way. Because when you have it within, it doesn't matter what happens around.
Most definitely. I agree with you there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a spirit having a human experience. I'm here to get closer to love.
Mm,
It's beautiful.
that
Yeah,
resonates.
definitely resonates. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And the eyes are on that card as well, and the rainbow. So that's like the chakras and the third eye. There's a lot of connection there to spirit in many ways. When I see rainbows, I think of my grandmother,
Oh,
you
that's
know?
nice.
Yeah, yeah. So when she passed away, I seen rainbows soon after we had the burial. Yeah,
I love it when we have our signs like that with our
yeah,
loved ones and when they can show us that they're near us when they send
yeah.
us those things. Yeah, it's
Most
nice.
definitely, it's beautiful.
It
And
is.
the other deck I got, I think, did I don't know, did I get this as a gift or did I buy it? Can't remember. It's a Dorian Virtue one. It's the Butterfly Life Changes. I still use her cards. It's nothing to do with her name. It's more to do with what the message is in the card at the end of the
Okay.
day. Yeah. I have many of her decks. So I said, I'm not throwing them out after being, you know, unless I have to pass them on and I'm done with them. That's fair
Yes.
enough. Yeah. Yeah. I think we'll go with that. Now, end of an era. So there's a chapter. There's some chapter closing or has closed. Could be a friendship, could be a job, could be whatever resonates. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Well, there's always a lot of change career wise.
yeah,
But that also could pertain to the other thing that came up originally. I mean, buying new property, that was kind of the end of a time period and the start of a new chapter.
definitely a lot of change. There's a change in relationship dynamics.
Okay.
Yeah. So could be change with how you manage things within the home. It could be change with parents living nearby. Could be anything. Could even be work relationship. It doesn't have to be family. Could even be friendship or it's whatever resonates. Yeah,
Okay. I'll have
yeah,
to think about that one.
yeah. I like that butterfly, the red Elmer. He looks very pretty. Yeah, and oh, this is beautiful. It's the blue one. So I think that's a lot got to do with the throat chakra and communication, and it's also about self care. It's about taking time for yourself. So that goes
Okay.
in with the refuge card that came up earlier. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I often say
Well,
when a card comes up in two separate decks with the same kind of meaning, it's definitely a big message to listen to. Yeah,
so self-care, that's something I need to I need to be spending more time on.
yeah, exactly.
uh,
Yeah, in a good way. It could be a small thing. Even could be a foot bath, could be a meditation, could be going to a sound bath or going out to nature, whatever self care means to you. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah,
I have been incorporating more and more of that in. There was a time where I was not in a very good space when I was so focused on my kids and wasn't taking any time for myself. But you know, when they're young, they're babies, it's hard
yeah,
to do that. And I have been incorporating more self care in. I definitely prioritize that more.
yeah. Even journaling or writing it down so it's not
Yes,
going around your head at night. It's a very
yes,
simple one. Yeah,
that too.
yeah.
Hmm.
And the last card out of this beautiful deck is being true to yourself.
Hmm.
I think that's a lot got to do with your awakening as well. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's about the little flower opening up. and all the goodness is coming out, the butterflies, the bees, everyone is coming to you in that flower. And the bees gravitate to beautiful flowers, and bees are a lot, as a spirit animal, are to do with happiness as well.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I love bees. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people have fear of bees, but I am a fan of bees.
Yes. Yeah. As long as you don't get too stung by them or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know? And the
Yes.
final deck I'm using, which I actually really like, and it has been a big hit when I go out to holistic fairs on the day, is the Rose Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So she put a lot of time and effort into the imagery and the cards and the messages she wanted to create in this deck. And I actually meditated with this deck before I started using it from the very beginning. I haven't done it since, but I feel like once you put your energy into it,
Mm.
it should be okay. And usually, another part of after my reading, when I come back, or if I do a reading here online, I always cleanse my decks. I put them out to the moonlight and I put them up on the window with clear quartz and selenite. So, yeah, that's how
That's
I do
good.
that. Yeah,
It's good to clear. I was just talking with someone about that recently, how really in any segment of your day, if you can just thoughtfully be mindful about clearing your energy before you move into the next segment, it can make a big
yeah.
difference.
Because I find, well, if I was to go into another reading and I use this deck, your energies, I've used your question on this deck, so I clear it that way. Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
Okay.
Another way I could do it is sage it. I've sage as well, or Palo Santo is another way to do it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's a few, everyone has their own. Like I know of a person that I met at a fair and she does Reiki into hers. Yeah.
So at a fair situation like that, would you cleanse in between people?
Oh, what I do, actually, I don't have it on the table here tonight. I have a roll of selenite. It's like a wand, and I rub it between my hands. I cleanse my hands as well. And I've all my crystals on the table, and I also have my candle on the table. Tonight I have Archangel Michael. Yeah,
And
yeah.
so that offers cleansing of
That
the
offers cleansing
space.
and protection. I actually
Okay.
think it just quenched there, but I am sure he's still here, so it's okay. Yeah, that never happened to me before. Yeah. So yeah, but it's fine. I'd say it's fine. I also have this little cross on the table as well, so we should be okay. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not worried at all.
No, the cross I got actually from Medjugorje. So yeah, so
Very
yeah.
nice.
And then I have this cleanser. It's the same as selenite. It's called kyanite. So I have that on the table too. Yeah,
Okay.
I can show you those after, anyways, as part of the reading if you like. Yeah.
Okay.
So any energies, say at the holistic fairs, the crystals absorb it. Oops. There we
Oh,
go.
I
Now
see.
that flew out
Oh, onto the floor.
on the floor.
Was it a whole stack or just one?
Just three.
3. Okay.
I got to put them back in though.
Okay.
I'll have a look to see what they were. If they come out again, then I know they're definitely meant to
Yeah, that's
come.
true. That's true.
That happened to me before because I was in a reading before for somebody, and I thought I hadn't shuffled enough, and the card, and I said, "No, I don't think it's that," and I just kept going, and the next thing came out the second time. Yeah,
Wow. Well,
yeah,
that's sureness right there.
yes. So I was like, well, I should have heeded it the first time. I wasn't listening. Yeah. So guidance for Dr. Williams for highest and best good care guidance. Oh, there's two there, you see. Now I'm stubborn. Whispers from Mother Earth. The creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, and channel. That is so apt. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Lovely.
I love that. Yeah, yeah. That is beautiful
Yes.
because you are all that. Yeah. And you're giving us a space here to be creative as well. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah,
It's a shared space.
yeah. Oh, The child within, inner mother, innocence, gentleness, and tenderness.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's nice.
yeah. So
This is
maybe
a
be
nice
that
deck.
child.
This one feels soft. It
Very
just
soft.
feels, yes.
Yeah. When I think of the inner child and the child within, it's like the first image I always get when I think of that, for my own self, is like being that 4-year-old child or 3-year-old child dancing in a muddy puddle.
I love it. That's a great
Yeah,
visual.
yeah. And probably annoying our parents and
Yeah,
yeah.
properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
Or paint, hands in the paint even.
yes. Ooh,
Yeah.
heading for the wall.
Yes. The wild rose. This has come up already as well. Do it your way, embrace your uniqueness and talent.
Okay.
And untamed, yeah.
Some
Yeah.
confidence
And you're being
there.
held there. It looks like you've guidance from spirit around you.
Okay.
And there's the rose above. Yeah. Yeah.
Lots of messages from
Beautiful.
my supports, my spiritual supports.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah. She's lovely red hair actually. Long hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That other one, the child within, it's like Mother Mary nearly holding her hands and saying
Mm-hmm.
prayer. Now that I
Okay.
look at it.
Yeah.
Now
Yes.
mine be Mother Mary. She's holding a baby as well.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
very
I like that.
Christ-like.
Yep, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I noticed something in the reading, and I might
Mm-hmm.
even see it again for the next person. Depends.
Interesting.
Interesting. Oh, we are nature. Groundedness, sorry. Embodiment, living in connection. That goes back to the nature and healing.
Okay. That also could have something to do with the self-care, nature
And that as
related.
well, actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she's lying and meditating on the grass.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I do meditate every morning, but I do it inside. Maybe I should try it outside.
Outside. She's surrounded there by kind of yellow, white flowers. Looks like daisies or something.
Yes. Very lovely.
Yeah. Or buttercups even.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yes, absolutely.
And at peace. Yeah.
That peace. That what came up earlier too.
Yeah. This is the last one for yourself. Say yes, expand through the extremes, and trust life and be open. Yeah.
Okay. I feel I'm
Yeah.
a pretty open person.
I feel like you are too. Those
Yeah.
roses are gorgeous.
Yes. Beautiful.
Often, when I think about self care and I use this deck, I often say maybe you need to buy yourself some flowers as well. Yeah.
That's a nice suggestion. You know,
Yeah.
more people should buy themselves flowers.
It's not like it doesn't have to be a costly bouquet of flowers or anything. Yeah.
Even going outside and just picking some flowers is
Yeah.
nice.
Wildflowers, even. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. You should come to Ireland.
I would love to come to Ireland. Actually, that's on my bucket list for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You'd be welcome
Have
anyway.
have
Yeah.
you come to the States?
I have. I've been to New York. How many times? I have family out there, so I've been out there a few different occasions. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's as far as I've got. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
way over on the West Coast. Talk about travel.
Travel.
That'll take a while.
Exactly. Yeah. But I'm open to travel. I love to
That's
travel.
great.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was thinking, since we
Yeah.
have the audience listening, can you pull a card? I mean, are you able to do that to tune into the energy of a group of people? So, all of the listeners who may be listening to this episode, maybe pull a card and see what speaks to them when they are listening.
Yeah. I'm going to use the tarot deck that I used in the beginning. I'm going to. I haven't done it this way before. I don't know have I done it this way before, but I shouldn't see why it wouldn't work. So yes,
Okay,
yeah.
let's do it. Offer everybody who's listening some tarot guidance.
So tarot guidance. Oops.
Oh.
Oh, that's too big of a pile. I thought I was going to fly the other cards off the table.
Maybe it
Yeah.
was a card for every person listening.
Yeah, one for everyone in the audience.
Individually.
So, tarot card guidance for all our listeners for their highest and best good, clear intentions and their current with the current energy at the moment. And the Nine of Wands. So it's moving in, like 9 is like an end of a cycle, and the Wands is about creativity. So you're stepping into that space for yourself, and she's quite assured of herself. So she's setting herself a foundation with the creativity, the passion. She's lined up her wands in a row, nearly like your ducks in a row. And it looks like a fence, but she's well protected and knows where she's going. So she's manifested, and yeah. So she's holding the next wand up, like, well, all right, I've that much done. So
Oh,
what am I planning to do next? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like this. This sounds like a very positive
Yeah.
kind of guidance. So this is a stepping into your creativity, knowing where you want to take it, and
Yeah.
feeling confident that it's going to serve you in a good way.
Yeah. I don't see anything negative in that. She looks quite content and happy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
And
there
she
you
has the
go,
light in her
guys.
hand, and the light, the other way to look at that too, in the original tarot, it's like as if the wand is going, it's nearly like the wand or even the swords or anything. If you see the ace or any of them, they're going straight up to spirit. And that wand is
Oh,
going straight up in her hand, and she's in control, but spirit is guiding her on that creativity and passion as well.
that's
Yeah.
a wonderful card.
Yeah.
I love
It's
that.
beautiful.
I
Yeah.
love that. And
So,
that helps
oh,
me to feel connected with my listeners, just giving me a sense of where they are. And
mm,
isn't that lovely? That's
it's
very, some
beautiful.
connectedness there. I love that. Thank you for
Yeah,
doing that.
and I
I
really
appreciate
think the
it.
listeners should, even if they're a bit worried about, well, what am I doing next? Maybe you shouldn't be too worried about it once your intentions are set and just trusting it. Like we get stalling blocks everywhere we go, no matter what we do, but they happen for a reason. So if you get a block, you have to stop and stand and sit with it, the shadow work, and then move into the next creative space. You're no good emptying from or pouring yourself from an empty cup either. So
Mm,
that's where the self
true
care
that.
comes from as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I
Yeah.
really appreciate this. I appreciate the reading. I appreciate getting to know you a little bit and having fun with you, playing with you in this way. Is there any way that you're offering these kind of readings to people? So, is
Yes.
there a way that my listeners could get in contact with you if they want to have their own layered card reading with you?
I actually have an Instagram page. It's called Divine Light Within. So it's divine dot light dot within. And it's the name that I chose on it being the divine light within, as we all have the divine light within us, the light consciousness. And it's all about bringing that forward and using it in my readings and my healing work. And so basically, when somebody's coming for guidance and they're a bit like foggy and all this, that's why I called it Divine Light Within. Because, yes,
That's a
that's where it
beautiful
comes from.
message.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then I also have, once you reach out to me on that page, I can give you my number and I can do them on WhatsApp videos online. And no matter what part of the world you're in, we can do it that way. I've done some on Zoom as well. So, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for offering this and letting my listeners be a fly on the wall and just kind of experience this. And if it has whetted their appetite and they want to reach out to you, I hope that you'll let me know. And I hope it goes so well and that you continue to just be you, because you are a shining light in the world. And I can see it and I appreciate knowing you. So thank you so much.
And thank you too. And I think you're a shining light as well. And a lot of that has come up in your reading. And I know if you had a bit, I don't know if you want more clarity or not. I do offer it if you want it tonight. But if it doesn't, it can come up later. We can arrange that anyways. That's no issue at all in private. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. That concludes today's episode. It is my hope that you found benefit in listening to today's guest and gained a greater appreciation for the guidance of intuition in each of us. If you haven't already, please make sure to follow us on social media under Dr. Williams Podcast. Look within, trust your intuition, and allow yourself to explore all the splendor that it has to offer. This is the Intuitive Wonderland.